I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate, are you ready to buy that second home, that beach house? I'm going to tell you if you are. Also, a very special guest from Margaritaville Resort and the second grade class from Miss Bosco's at Holy Cross Lutheran Academy. It's just ahead. You Have Real Estate. And welcome to You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned investor, or even looking to sell your home, this show is designed for you. Think of it like hitting multiple open houses, all from your living room, but with my attorney advice throughout the way. If you have any questions whatsoever during the show, all you have to do is call 407-205-0400. Or if you're starting that house hunt this week and you're going to need to get a pre-qualification letter, Dallas Lehman with You Have Mortgages standing by right now at that very same phone number, 407-205-0400. Great show for you today. Thanks for tuning in. But first, it's time for the opening statement. Before we hit the opening statement, I've got to give a special welcome to someone, and it is that second grade class, Miss Bosco's class from Holy Cross Lutheran Academy. Can you guys say hi, please? Thanks for coming, guys. What a great, well-behaved class. You must have the best teacher in the world, huh? That's what I thought. And also, before we begin, I wanted to tell you about what's going on at my house, because we're going to talk today about houses and maybe even buying a second house. But at my house, as you know, summer is approaching. I'm not worried about summer this year because that electric bill at my house has gone from $500 down to $40 a month, and that's because I hired IQ Power Solar. They've installed solar on my house. I couldn't believe it. Stephen Bader is here to tell us how they did it.
You know, the EPA puts out a graph that rates states and areas for productivity in regard to photovoltaics or solar panels, and Florida ranks pretty high, so solar is a lot more valuable here than in other states. One of the largest differentiators between us and our competitors is we constantly try to understand electricity. And in reality, solar has a different value to every single home based on their behavior and the way that they live their life. And if you don't really look at those things, you can't really gauge a proper ROI. Our programs are all no money down programs. They're not designed to get money down or to get any money up front. They're designed to essentially have you into a program where your payment is less than what you're already paying on your electric bill. It's supposed to be a very easy, seamless transition. There's very rare cases where, if someone, doesn't necessarily qualify for the better programs or subprime lenders, et cetera, but it's no money down. You don't pay until after it's installed. You're already saving money before you pay anything.
And now, without further ado, it is the opening statement. We all dream of home ownership, but a lot of us have already gotten there. We have our home already. We like to take vacations, and we think to ourselves, now that I own a house, is it time to buy a second home? Maybe an investment property. We live in Florida. Most of us here live a little bit landlocked in Florida, in the central Florida area, and we think it would be great to have a place on the beach or a place near the parks. But the question always is, Justin, am I ready to buy that second home? Some questions you need to ask yourself. Number one, is it a good investment? And you know how I feel about the Central Florida real estate market and really Florida in general. Now is a fantastic time to buy. You're going to have some people tell you, well, Justin, it's probably not a great time to buy. The market's gone way up. I disagree. With the interest rates where they are right now, with 900 people a day moving to Florida, I think Florida is probably the best place in the country to buy, whether it's a first house or a second house. So I think right now buying a second home, yes, it's a good investment. Then you have to look at your disposable income. Now, I'm a little bit conservative on this, but I think on your primary home, you want to keep the mortgage payment, the PITI, around 25% of your gross monthly income. I think if you're buying a second home, you can extend that to maybe 35% of your gross monthly income. And with rates as they are now, you're not going to really cross that threshold because you're going to be helped out by these current rates. I also think you want to make sure you have 6 months of expenses for that second home that you could pay kind of no problem. Make sure you have that in your bank account so you can pay it. Next question, can I rent it? This is a big question. Think about it. If you go buy a condo in Volusia County, virtually all of them, you can't rent. Or they'll say, the HOA will say, you can rent it, but you can only rent it for like 6 months at a time. And this is not going to help you offset the cost of it, because if you want to use it as a second home, but also rent it at the same time to offset the cost, one of them is going to have to give. You're not going to be able to use it if you're renting it for at least 6 months at a time, or you're not going to be able to get any money out of it if you want to use it as well. So you got to really think about, can you rent it? That's a big question you need to ask yourself. Another question is, where is it? Because look, we live in hot Florida. A lot of people, they want to go buy a second home in the mountains of North Carolina, and that's fine. But you need to think about, are you going to take care of it? Are you going to drive the 10 hours to North Carolina? Are you going to pay for the flight to go take care of it? Are you going to handle the rental by yourself on one of these websites? So you need to think about, where is it? The location is very important for your ease of being able to take care of it. Finally, and this may be the most important question, does my family enjoy it? Do they enjoy going to this place? Because the last place I owned on the beach, my family didn't want to go. They just said, I don't know if they didn't like spending time with me. I don't know what it was, but they did not want to go to this beach house whatsoever, to the point where I sold it. So while maybe it is your dream home, if you have a family, you might want to ask them, is that their dream second home as well? And now it's time for Real Questions. Each week here on You Have Real Estate, we ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. Today on the show, I have Michelle Clerico, like Jericho. How many times? How many times do I have to do this? Unbelievable. I hate myself sometimes. Michelle, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
And Jason Johnson.
That was a little easier.
Thank you.
Yes. Thanks for having us.
Director of Sales for Margaritaville Resort, and Michelle is a sales agent over at Margaritaville Cottages Orlando. Thanks for being here. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so Michelle, let me start with you. You heard what I was talking about, this rental homes and a second home and that sort of thing. I mean, we do really have to think, okay, budget. I mean, how much can I afford per month to pay for this second home? When you're working with buyers, I mean, what goes into that decision process?
You know, there's so much that goes into it, actually. And you hit the nail on the head, talking about a place that you really want to go and enjoy. The entire family has to like it. So we've created this amazing resort, right in the heart of Orlando, across from one of the biggest attractions in the world. And it has a little bit of everything for everyone.
Why do you think it's still sort of a secret in Central Florida? I mean, I really think that Margaritaville, the one we have here in Orlando, is a bit of a secret.
It is, it is, but we're getting the word out now. We kind of wanted to have a lot of the resort completed and finished before we really spread the word. So when people come, they're just in awe of the resort itself.
Yeah. So Michelle basically handles the sales so if you're looking to buy that second home, you're going to talk to her. And Jason here is sort of in charge of other things as well. I don't think people understand. This is a full service resort, awesome place near the parks. You have transportation to the parks, but I like to describe it as sort of a cruise ship on the land.
And that's a great description, because what we've built, what we've established, is essentially the newest resort destination in Central Florida. The property itself sits on 300 acres. You drive into the main entrance. We have a 15-acre water park there. We've got Sunset Walk, which has 25 different restaurants and dining establishments. It's a great entertainment district. And then the heart of everything is the actual main lobby, the hotel at Margaritaville, and also the cottages at Margaritaville. And so, we are trying to get the word out there the best we can. It's an interesting dynamic with the brand Margaritaville. A lot of people know the restaurants. A lot of people might know timeshare down in the Bahamas or down in the Caribbean. But Margaritaville has stepped itself into the whole full-service resort destination platform, and they're building properties around the country, and we are their flagship property here in Orlando.
Who's coming to stay there?
Anybody I can get to come to stay. Yeah. We've got, it's your traditional convention hotel. Mm-hmm. You've got a lot of corporate accounts that are coming out there. I've got a handful of family reunions, incredible wedding destination. The weddings that we are seeing now come through, the wedding season is surprisingly very seasonal when people plan their weddings, but it is like a very traditional hotel in Central Florida.
And I think that, it's great for me. So I live in Seminole County, and it's good to get away. When I go down there, I feel like I'm in a whole transformed different land.
Yeah, it's one of those properties that when it was put together the way we built it, I've had a lot of clients, I've had a lot of colleagues, a lot of friends come through, even native Floridians come in, and they say, Jace, I don't even feel like I'm in Orlando. I really feel like I'm somewhere in the tropics or a very island feel. So it's a very special destination that you need to come back to, and then make sure
you better
your
believe
folks
it.
come back.
So Michelle, let's say I'm in the market for a second home, a vacation home, so to speak. What are you guys doing there? Is it condos? Is it townhouses? Single family homes? What are you selling?
Great question. We actually do all single-family homes, everything from a 2-bedroom all the way up to an 8-bedroom home.
Wow.
We call all of our homes cottages.
Cottages.
So imagine an 8-bedroom home as a cottage, but yes, 2 to 8 bedrooms.
Beautiful. So, and what are the rental policies there? I can only rent it once a year, or how does it work?
We're actually zoned for short-term rental, so we do require 3-day, 2-night minimum stay in our cottages, but we can rent it out for just a short weekend if you'd like to.
Got it. And what kind of rental program do you have?
We actually have 2 property managers that are on site that handle all the rentals, and they really make it very turnkey for our owners. So they do everything from the marketing to the booking, the cleaning, the maintenance, the check-ins, the checkouts. They do it all.
So, I do worry about some people buying an investment property and not being able to take care of it. They're like, I don't want to pay a property manager, but I'm going to just take care of it myself. It becomes a little bit of a job when you start putting the listings on Airbnb or all these other places. It doesn't work like that in your rental program, right?
Correct. It doesn't. The owners don't have to worry about a thing. Because the on-site management is on-site, they can come in at any time of the day, any time of the night, and help any of our homeowners or any of our guests that are staying in the cottages with anything that they would need.
Where are you finding most of your buyers coming from? I mean, some people must be coming from Central Florida that want that second home right there.
Sure,
right?
absolutely. We started off, because Margaritaville and Jimmy Buffett are such iconic American brands, we have a lot of domestic buyers, a lot of buyers right here from Central Florida. And now we've started our global outreach for marketing, so we are getting people from all over international as well.
And let's say that I'm an owner there versus just staying in the hotel. I mean, any special benefits? What do I get as an owner there when I come to visit?
Yes. So you're a VIP at Margaritaville when you're an owner here. So absolutely. So not only do you get discounts at all the restaurants, you get VIP tickets and passes to all the concerts that we have, we do music every single day out by the pool, up at Euphoria Lounge. We have huge concerts coming in, and so they get VIP passes. We actually just had our New Year's Eve party where we had the Wailers in concert.
Wow.
And all of our homeowners had a VIP area with open bar on New Year's Eve. It's impressive. It's impressive.
When you work in paradise and you're there in your suit and you're actually at work, how do you convince yourself, okay, I got to do some work here?
Well, it takes a lot of convincing from folks around me as well. But, that's the neat thing about it. And you were talking about the owners. And, being in the hospitality industry, it is one of those situations that it's a very special destination that, frankly, I've not seen in my entire career. And you talk about the owner's benefits, the owner's advantages. But when the guests are staying at the cottages at Margaritaville, they have all the exact amenities, exact availability, access to all the different services that the resort itself offers, and similar discounts. Unique thing about our rental program when it comes to that type of accommodation is all the cottages have housekeeping every day. They have room service. We can do chef dinners out in the kitchens where we'll bring an executive chef out, cook a remarkable meal, and have a very special event out there. So it's a really neat spot.
If you want to find your little piece of paradise right here in Central Florida, you think you're ready for that second home. But this is a second home that could be a great investment as well, because if you're not using it, you're going to have that owner's closet or your own little space where you can still rent it. You can leave your stuff there, but you can still rent it to other people to either offset the cost or, heck, maybe you can make money every month off of this investment. I want you to give me a call right now, 407-205-0400. We have Margaritaville Cottages Orlando and also Margaritaville Resort. It's all one the same. I mean, one is the hotel part of it. One is where you buy your piece of paradise. But I don't know that we're doing it justice right now, because when you walk into the resort, I mean, I don't think people have any idea how many restaurants you have there, right there on the campus, essentially. What restaurants do you have?
Well, and that's a great point, because when you walk, so you think about the way the resort and the hotel and the whole property is set up. The hotel itself is 184 guest rooms. So it's basically a boutique-style hotel resort. The lobby is overbuilt on purpose. You walk into this grandiose, incredible lobby. On property, we have Euphoria, which is our upscale dining restaurant. We have our Provisions, which is like a grab and go. And we also have Salty Rim, which is down by the pool. Busiest restaurant in the place. But what you also have on property is the other, as I mentioned, the Sunset Walk options, which is an entertainment and dining district. Very unique, very different style of restaurants. Ford's Garage, for example, is over there. Yeoman's, which is a very, very unique British-style pub. El Jefe's Tequila and Mexican just opened. We're lucky enough to get Gloria Estefan and her husband opened Estefan's Kitchen on New Year's.
Yes.
So it's evolving daily, and there's just, as I mentioned, the water park is right there as well. So it's not just a hotel. It is a full-service destination. Like you said, a cruise ship on land.
And I wonder sometimes, too, if maybe adults think, oh, well, this isn't a great second home for me because it's Jimmy Buffett, it's Margaritaville. But how would you describe the kid-friendliness of this resort?
Well, we have a 14-acre water park right on site. So
I thought that was for the adults.
Yeah.
No?
Well, that
Can
too.
be.
The water park, we have actually different areas of adventure, different levels of adventure in the water park. So we have something for the little kids that like to just kind of splash around, then a little more adventure with tube rides, and then we have the really daredevil rides where you actually cross your arms and the floor drops out.
Yeah,
So
gravity drops. And the thing to think about too is, this resort has the sandy beaches and the zero entry pools, and it's a remarkable family friendly destination. A lot of people, this Margaritaville brand is really evolved into more island style, more kind of just a relaxed kind of we joke about, but a license to chill. It's kind of a chill state of mind. And so what we find is the guests that we have that want to stay there, they want to get into the parks, they want to get into Disney and the other parks in the area, but then they want to get out of it and they want to relax. They want to have their kids running around having a good time. We have a remarkable kids club there, full service spa, 24-hour fitness center. So it is really built for entire families.
Now, and if you're listening right now, please turn the channel. But let's be honest, it can get a little bit annoying sometimes when you're staying in one of these
No
hotels in
idea.
the park. You feel like maybe they're taking advantage of your wallet a little bit as well. I mean, you guys aren't that far from the parks, though, either, are you?
We are literally, you can see Animal Kingdom from our top floor, and we're about 7 minutes from the major attractions from Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
We offer transportation services to Disney, Universal, and SeaWorld. And what I joke about is we are far enough away to where Disney is an off-site attraction, but not an on-site distraction. Right? So, you can get into those parks all you want. There's some guests that are coming to Central Florida that are never not going to stay at Disney.
Right.
My sister's one of them.
Not me.
Right? but my other sister would love to stay at our property because then they can come back and relax and the kids can enjoy the pools and not have that pressure, I guess, of the resort environment from the big parks.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like when you go down to this Disney World sometimes, 3, 4, 5 days, it's like go, 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 go. How is that a vacation, by the way? I mean, it's
man.
like, well, we need to be at this ride at 8 a.m., then we got the fast pass at 10 a.m. I mean,
It can
it's
be
not
taxing.
a vacation to me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It can be exhausting.
Yeah.
That's why you can come back to Margaritaville and get your license to chill.
Exactly. Any questions about Margaritaville? 407-205-0400. Not only can you purchase your piece of paradise right here in Central Florida, you can also go and check it out for a long weekend or for a week vacation. It's just far enough away to where you feel like you're somewhere completely different. Sure. Even if you live in Central Florida, this is a great hotel to go stay for a long weekend, for an event, that sort of thing. I mean, you said you guys are doing weddings there now as well, right?
We are a remarkable destination wedding location, and we're also getting a whole lot of just local weddings.
Yeah.
What we're seeing is, it's a destination that you can actually do the rehearsal dinner there. You can actually do the ceremony there, the reception. We are seeing wedding weekends that are coming out, and the brides, what is it called? The bride group? The bridesmaids are taking
Bridal
over.
party.
Bridal party.
Sorry. I don't know why you're asking
Wow.
me.
The bridal party is taking over the spa, for example, and we have a Himalayan salt room in there. They can do a relaxing massaging and get their hair done, their nails, and everything else. Their updos before the ceremonies. So as a wedding destination in its own right, it is really, really something else. We have toes in the sand wedding ceremonies where we actually have sandy beaches where we can get they can get hitched underneath the stars.
And it's such a beautiful place. I'm going to take you on a tour right now, actually, of not just the resort, but the cottages there as well. Now, Michelle, while you're here, though, can you describe some of these units we're going to show here?
Yes. Actually, as I mentioned earlier, we actually have everything from a 2 to an 8 bedroom. What we're seeing now is actually a 4-bedroom home. It's 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. Justin, it's a great thing that we do. All of our homes are all ensuite bathrooms, so every single bedroom has a bathroom.
Wow.
So this particular one is 1,829 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, nice open space. There's plenty of room to get together, and then lots of room to spread out if you need a little privacy as well.
Beautiful place. Are you finding a lot of the owners are actually spending time there as well?
Yes, absolutely. There's so much going on in the resort, they can't stay away.
It's a lot of fun. And I would definitely be one of the guys who let everyone else go to Disney, and I would probably be hanging out at the resort.
Yes.
Probably not just one of those days, too.
Not just one.
You know what I mean? Awesome job today. Do you guys mind to stick around for the real estate roundtable?
We'd
No,
love
we'd love
to.
to hear it.
Awesome.
Yes.
And
One thing before we
please.
break off, though, February 22nd, just so everybody knows, if you don't already, is National Margarita Day. And so if you have a moment to stop in, we would love to do a 2-for-1 margarita for you and your group. So
Beautiful.
we're ready
All
for
right.
it, right?
Is that just for me or for everyone watching right
Anyone
now?
that can hear the sound of my voice.
Beautiful. That's a very. Any other events that I need to know about coming up?
We've got so many.
We've got, if you go to the website, it's Margaritaville Resort Orlando.com. Sorry, that's not any longer.
Yeah.
But it's Margaritaville Resort Orlando.com. And you can click on activities. We have everything from car shows taking place at Sunset Walk to free concerts. We have a concert series coming up. Take a look at the website and check it out and see what activities are taking place.
Excellent job, guys.
Thank you.
very
Thanks
much
for having us.
And now, without further ado, it is time for the Real Estate Roundtable. During the week, you can go to the website, youhavepower.com, and ask me questions right there, and we just might answer your question next week here on You Have Real Estate. Let's start up in Tennessee, actually. Josh in Tennessee. I watch on clickorlando.com. Love the show, Justin. I'm thinking about buying a second home in Daytona. The HOA won't let me rent weekly, but I'm going to just try to do it. Do you think they'll catch me?
I love the spirit, Josh. You might.
This is back to the legal question here, huh?
Yeah, so I was going to say, yes, they will catch you.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you something, Josh. First of all, thank you for the question. If you've ever been to any community, whether it's a condo or not, with a homeowners association, trust me, there's going to be 1 or 2 people walking around at all times, the pool, at the beach area, looking to try to catch you, sneaking some renters in there, especially if you're in Daytona. You know, we have these bike weeks and things like that. You're like, well, I'll just do it this one bike week or whatever. Trust me. They're going to catch you. They're going to fine you. If you're looking to buy a second home, the first thing you need to do is figure out if you want to rent it or not and have an honest talk with yourself. Because if you want to rent it, you need to make sure it's a homeowners association that will allow you to rent it. And you need to make sure that you can take care of it. Get a cleaning person, that sort of thing. And that's why I think that the Margaritaville Cottages Orlando is a great way to go, because you can just put them in the rental program. And I don't know if we described that rental program well enough. It's literally, you just have to have like a little key and you come and go whenever you want. Everything else is taken care of by you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, what about cleaning? Do I have to clean it?
No, you do not. They
Yeah.
take care of that as well.
Do I have to check the guest in?
You do not. We
Do I
actually
have
have in the hotel, everyone that stays in the resort checks in through the hotel lobby. So it's one centralized location for check-in. The bellman will take you right out to your cottage if you're staying in one.
And that's the biggest advantage, in my opinion, is from an investment home standpoint. If you're going to rent it out, and the questions about, am I going to get caught? Right? Your point is very well taken. And, you know, we have all the marketing behind Margaritaville. We have all the rental agreements behind Margaritaville. We have the process through online reservations. Everyone checks in through the main lobby. When you arrive, you get escorted to your cottage. You get an orientation from the bellman and teaches you how to use the remote controls, how to operate the pool if you have one, how to operate, the ceiling fan. And the other side of that coin is we call these rent-ready cottages. And so in order for them to be rent-ready, they need to live up to our standards that we're going to place guests in a 4-diamond property. We've been recently rated, by the way, by AAA. The hotel is a 4-diamond property, and the cottages now, for the first time, we have rental homes that have been rated 4-diamond by AAA. Wow. So it's all the services you can imagine.
And then if you do own your condo or house or whatever and you're renting it yourself, what if the people come in and are coming at 4 a.m. or oh, by the way, my flight's delayed? This is not really a fun way to have a second home.
Well, yeah, and you can also become the unintended general manager of that rental process, right? So if the ceiling fan's not working or the AC clonked out, it's like you're staying in a resort, but you happen to be in a 5-bedroom home, is really what this brand brings to the table.
Exactly. All right, Jeremy up in Winter Springs. I've heard about Margaritaville, but do I have to buy or can I take the family there on a vacation?
Jeremy, you can bring the entire tribe down. You can bring the family, the kids, the parents, the grandparents. We are fully operational. We are a full-service resort, And you do not need to be an owner to take advantage of all the amenities and all the facilities that we have available.
Hey, let's say I am there on a short vacation or whatever. Is that a good time for me to come check out the cottages as well to see if I want to be an owner?
Absolutely. And we actually, am I allowed to talk about our stay and play program?
You better believe
it. Perfect. So we have a great stay and play program where you can come and check out the resort, just like you said. Come and stay in one of the cottages. You can use all the amenities. You can enjoy the resort, experience everything that Margaritaville has to offer. And then if you end up purchasing, we'll actually contribute back to your closing costs up to $2,000.
Excellent.
For all your travel expenses.
Sounds like a great plan. If you'd like to go stay down there at this amazing place, 407-205-0400. I'll connect you directly with them, and they'll treat you like gold, I promise. Yep. Angela in Claremont, do you recommend a condo-tel with rental program or a regular home for a vacation home? Let's see if we can break that down a little bit. Condo-tel, that's not really what you do, I guess. What's a condo-tel? How would you describe that?
It sounds like I'm going to go on a limb here, but it's a hotel and a condominium smashed together.
Yeah.
But I would imagine it's very similar to a management company that basically says, we'll rent your place out, we'll take care of it, we'll be the eyes and ears when somebody comes through. But if there's challenges, if there's problems, if there's issues with your stay, they don't really offer the full service, I would imagine.
Right.
Sound about right?
Yes,
I mean, the second one.
That's correct. And another danger that a lot of condo-tels run into is financing. So it's very difficult to find financing for a condo-tel project.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think what Michelle's talking about here is if you buy one of these, a condo-tel essentially is, think about like a condo that's kind of turned into a hotelish and they rent them individually. Yeah. But a lot of times when you go to sell it, you can't sell it for quite as much because people won't lend to the buyer. So that's going to decrease your resale value. So be a little bit careful with condo-tels. And they can also a lot of times be like just converted over and a little bit shady, unfortunately, is kind of the word I'm looking for here. They can, really kind of try to take advantage of you, I guess. So be a little careful with that. Cheryl in Orlando, do you ever see Jimmy Buffett?
Yes.
Let's see. You've
Yes.
had some time with him as well, right?
Yeah, he's been to the resort, I think, 3 times already since we've started.
Yeah?
Yes.
I actually would take out my phone and show you a picture, but I'm not that guy. But yeah, he shows up frequently. One of the things that Margaritaville is known for in its brand is entertainment. So we've got live entertainment all around the property, and there actually has an interesting dynamic because there's stages that'll be dark, which means there's nobody on them, and without a doubt, guests say, "Hey, does Jimmy Buffett ever come and play?" Right. And the answer is, with Jimmy, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle Clerico, Margaritaville Cottages Orlando. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Jason Johnson, Director of Sales for Margaritaville Resort. We work as a team here, though, right? At the end of the day,
outstanding.
Awesome facility. I highly recommend that you visit this new Margaritaville. It's a hidden gem. You're going to be in it early, I assure you. And also a special thank you to Miss Bosco. Thank you for bringing the kids here today, the second grade class from Holy Cross Lutheran Academy. Thanks for being here. And most importantly, thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions about anything we discussed, 407-205-0400. I'm attorney Justin Clark, and I'll see you next week for You Have Real Estate.
You Have Real Estate with attorney Justin Clark is sponsored by Margaritaville Cottages, Orlando.
Thank you so much for joining me today here on You Have Real Estate. Don't forget to check us out Monday through Friday from 6 to 7 p.m. over on Florida Man Radio 105.5 or download the Florida Man Radio app. I love seeing you on TV. I look forward to seeing you on the radio.